we had to, like go to church when we were kids. And this one summer, we went to vacation Bible school. We would go to this church. I think it was like once every other week or something like that, maybe once a week. And they split the kids up into groups based on their age. So you were like...
We were in different groups.
We were in different groups. And all kinds of fucking shit went down there. Like this one day... I
thought we only went one time.
No, we went a couple times, but then we got.
But yeah, I remember the last time.
Yeah, the last time was because they started preaching about hell and like showing these photographs on the projector of like the devil and this man. There's always one of these fucking guys who's just like screaming at children about the devil. But so it was like a kids program. And they would do a couple different, like, games or segments, I guess, really, you could call them. Like,
stations.
Whatever. Stations. And there was this one where it was kind of like Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah,
except it would be about, fucking Judas
Jesus.
or something. Jesus. And so they had a couple of teenage volunteers there. And they had one of them who would dress up like a spy named Carlos, and he would kind of walk into the room, and he would wear sunglasses and a trench coat and a big Dick Tracy hat, and it was very mysterious, and we would all turn and be like, oh my God, there's Carlos. And Carlos, the thing about Carlos is that he had a very distinct speech impediment. He was a little bit lispy. Carlos was a little bit lispy. He was kind of like, I feel like it's going to be offensive if I try and do his voice.
Yeah,
but
you can try it.
It's like, my name is Carlos.
Yeah.
Something like that. Like he had a weird lisp. So one day we finished like my older group station upstairs. We went down to where you guys were coloring in pictures of people on crucifixes or whatever. And a bunch of these teens are hanging out. So I'm like, we're like 4 and 5, 5 and 6 or something. So these teen volunteers are hanging out, and there's this one guy, and he's like leaning against a table, and I hear him talking. And I'm like, wait a minute, I know that voice. So I walk up to this group of teens, and I go, you're Carlos. And he like looks at the other people in his group. He's like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, yeah, you're Carlos, man. I recognize your voice. That's you. And he's like, and then this girl next to him like taps him on the shoulder and goes, hey, don't you have a brother? And he goes, I do. And she's like, what's his name? And he goes, Carlos. And I was like, no, man, you are Carlos. And I'm standing there for at least 10 minutes trying to get this 10? Guy. It was probably, it felt like 10. It was probably
30 seconds. It was probably
no, it was probably like 3 minutes. Honestly, it was probably 3 minutes. Trying to get this guy to I'm like, listen, man, you can just admit to me that you're Carlos. Like, what's going to happen? And he wouldn't do it. I'm like, who cares? Tell me you're Carlos. And if I ever see that motherfucker again in the streets.
You're letting him know? You're beating the shit out of Carlos?
Absolutely. Fuck Carlos.
He's probably like in his 30s now.
I don't give a shit. Fuck Carlos, dude. That guy, that made me so fucking mad.
That he wouldn't admit to you
that he
was
just
Carlos.
would just say you're Carlos, man. Like, what are they fucking paying you? Like, is this your job?
Probably.
No,
He was
no,
well, he's
no,
probably
no.
volunteering
They're doing that
with the
shit
church.
for
yeah, but that would be like that. But that
communion or
but
whatever
that,
it is.
But that,